Hello, I'd like to start by acknowledging the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, in which the land that I'm on today. I'd also like to acknowledge all the lands that the Oyu mob are on, that are linking in today to this art session. I'd like to pay respects to elders past, present and emerging, and also I'd like to acknowledge all Aboriginal people. My name's Emma Bamblett. I am a proud Wemba Wemba, Gunditjmara, Ngadjonji and Taungurung woman. I'm very proud to have all of those connections to those mobs. I've been practicing art since I was 14. I love all forms of art. My favourite is I love painting and using acrylic paints on canvas. So tune in and look out for all the different episodes that myself and Nakaya will be presenting, and we hope you enjoy. Thank you.
We love to be Koorie kids.
Hi everyone, welcome to our yarning stick workshop. As you can see, I've already started and I've made 3 different types of yarning sticks, and they're different shapes with different coloured ribbon or raffia. Now what you're going to need today is a stick. What I've got was a leftover dried gum leaf, which was part of an old flower arrangement that I had. But you could use anything that you find outside, any kind of stick, any shape. I've also got some raffia, different coloured raffia, and also some wool, so any colour. Bright colours are the ones that I like. It stands out on your yarning stick. You could also use some ribbon that you've got around the house from old presents. Another option, if you don't have any wool or raffia or ribbon, that you could cut up some old clothing that you might have with some patterns on it. So if you need a hand, ask mum or dad or nan or your big brothers and sisters to cut those up. Another thing is just to have a set of scissors on hand in case you need them to cut some more. I usually cut however long that you want. Now we're going to start the yarning stick. So I'm going to start with the wool first. Grab your stick, and on the end you're going to tie a knot. This is good practice for those learning to tie your shoelaces. So we're going to do a double knot, so then it's secure, just like that. And I like to hold that loose piece down along with the stick, so then it just keeps the whole thing neat. And what you're going to do is start wrapping. You wrap all the way around until you use up all your wool. And then sometimes I like to go over if I can see some little gaps. So you might have a piece of stick with some bark or some a branch sticking out, which is adds to the stick, the design. So just go around it, and then you could add some wool around it, which then you could imagine that it'll look quite good then if you cover that. So just keep going, and this is relaxing to do. Now, as we get to the end of our wool, we're going to leave some, and then we're going to tie a knot with another piece of string or raffia. Once again, good practice for those learning to tie your shoelaces. Okay. And you're going to hold those 2 pieces together down, these loose little ends here. You hold them onto the stick, and then you just wrap over those. And those just hold them down and keep it, again, neat and tidy. Now this helps concentration. It's relaxing. I get to think of all the things that I need to do and do a little list in my head, so it's nice to sit in a quiet space and do it. You could even ask your siblings to do this or cousins with you. You could have a yarn. Okay, we're nearly up to the next part where we add another piece. I'm going to cross them over to tie the knot. And pull tightly and keep going. I was thinking you could, if you do a bunch of these, they're a nice arrangement in a cup or a jar with like flowers, or you could hang these all on a coat hanger to make a nice mobile that you could hang in your room. So you keep wrapping and then I'll just overlap. Now this branched sheer off, but I was lucky. I had these nice gum nuts on it. You could also find feathers. If you find feathers around in your backyard, you could just stick those in the back. And so that's my finished yarning stick. So this weekend I've made a few. This was a bigger stick. Another smaller one. And also I had made one and used the stick to go across. You could use that as a person, a stick figure. So as you can see, they all look pretty together, the yarning sticks, and that's how you make them. Thank you for tuning in to the session, and I hope you enjoyed, and looking forward to seeing everyone's photos of their yarning sticks.